Very exciting. Robbie, did you see the special last? I'm so mad I missed this special last week. My man Bucky Brooks, apparently, they put this whole thing together on him.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, where can I find this, Bucky? Show me where the category is on Tua Hub so I can go watch this, man. Where can I find this?
Bucky Brooks loves Tua. Like, even back pre-draft, he would always rank Tua ahead of Joe Burrow.
Oh, my guy. All right, you know what? Bucky Brooks, that's my guy right now, Bucky Brooks. He was like, at some point, I was reading in Barry Jackson column, he says, quote, at some point, he will lead the Dolphins to the throne. To the throne.
Whoa.
That's a beautiful thing to write. I mean, shout out to Bucky Brooks.
But remember we were mad at him because he kept driving up the price for Tua because he couldn't stop glowing about Tua. It's like, no, Bucky.
I know. But well, you know what, though? At least I know that's how he is. Shout out to Bucky Brooks for feeling this way about Tua Tagovailoa. I love it.
Are we trying to get him on the show?
Yeah, let's do it. You want to talk to Bucky Brooks, Leroy? This dude loves Tua. This is my guy. This is my guy right here.
I think a lot of people, look, it's okay to love him, and I don't have a problem. I definitely like Tua. I'm not saying that. But the things that I'm talking about and the things that you're talking about are two different things, right? Like, whether we think Tua is good, we both agree on that. Whether Tua is going to be what anybody thinks he is, I can say I don't know yet. Because he hasn't played one down of NFL football. That's it. That's it. You're willing to make the assumption based on nothing that you can tell when a quarterback is going to be great or not. And I'm like, man, it's a crapshoot. You don't know. You hope it works out. They got their guy. They got a quarterback who would have been a number one pick, if not hurt, maybe, right? And then you go from there. But you got your guy. Now you hope it works out. That's how it works.
His high school coach in the special, Robbie, said, the way he spins it, he's got a gift.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Heard that too.
Yeah. Oh,
you know who spun?
good.
You know who spun the crap out of the ball? Jamarcus Russell.
He says he drops dimes. Whew. Love it.
Jamarcus Russell just had a cannon. We don't know if he spun the crap out of the ball. He just had a major cannon.
Yeah.
Hey,
did he spin it?
Jameis Winston did. He spun it to everybody.
Oh, led the league in passing last year, Robbie. That's pretty good. As long as Tua knows which team to throw it to, that's pretty good.
I mean, how many yards? Let's think about this. How many yards would he have thrown for if he didn't have 30 picks?
I don't know. How many yards did he throw for backwards?
But then again, if he did throw 30 picks, he's probably more conservative with the football. He's not throwing the ball as much.
Not necessarily. No, dude. That offense is as wide open as it gets. It's the next thing. The last time I saw offense like what he runs, the coach at Tampa, was the greatest show on turf. And basically, here's what you understand about that. And that's why you have to wonder, Tom Brady going to take some hits because he's going to hold the ball a little bit longer. The reads are going to be a little bit deeper. They're not running quick slants. They're running deep square-ins. That's just that offense. But when St. Louis, when the Rams were in St. Louis, here's how that deal worked. They didn't have hot routes, right? The whole point of the Mark system is you hold the ball as long as you can. We want to get more guys out in the route. So if you notice, all the quarterbacks that played on the Marks got hit a lot, but they had more success. And so that's, some offensive coaches have those little tweaks in the offense to where they're not going to have 8-man protections.
Trent Dilfer, he says, I've personally never seen a prospect as good as Tua. I think the kid is beyond special. A lot of guys are twitchy, but they may lack power. A lot of guys are powerful, but they lack twitch. Tua, he's the ultimate combination of both. He has Russell Wilson type twitch in my eyes.
Okay. This coming from a guy that spent most of his life in football. Hold on. No.
Twitch, bro.
We are gonna get to the bottom of
Twitch.
this.
He's got Twitch.
Here. I've been around football a lot of my life. I don't claim to be an expert. Don't claim to be a guru. Don't claim to be any of those things. I give you the best knowledge that I have in the sport, but I wouldn't consider myself,
You get good knowledge.
What the hell is Twitch?
Oh, Robbie, you know what Twitch is.
No, before you smile.
No, you know what Twitch is.
No, before you smile.
You know when you see it.
You happy because your guy got it. Tell me what it is.
All right, give me a quarterback. I'll tell you if they got Twitch or not.
No. Tell me what Twitch is.
Twitch is like, it's just like it's that giddy up, baby. It's that giddy up. It's that little extra spark. Some guys,
By the way,
I'll give you a guy who's
I set you up.
I'll give you a guy
That's not what it means.
Oh, it is. Because like Ben Roethlisberger, he's powerful, but he don't got Twitch. Okay? Patrick Mahomes, he got Twitch. Twitch and power. All right? Russell Wilson.
Is that because he was the MVP?
Well, no. I think
so. Does Cam have Twitch and power? He won an MVP.
Does Cam have Twitch and power? Does he have Twitch?
Does Lamar Jackson have Twitch and power?
Oh, he's got Twitch. Does he have power? More Twitch. I would say it's like a 70-30. Tua's a right in the middle, 50-50, right? He's got it both. Even Steven, okay? But Lamar Jackson's more like a 70-30 guy. 70-30 guy. Aaron Rodgers, I go 60 power, 40 Twitch.
What about Tom Brady?
I would say Tom Brady's more power finesse. Not Twitch. He's got no Twitch.
Okay, what's Twitch?
See, it's the thing where the things are firing off all at the right time, Leroy. Explosive. It's not explosiveness. I don't want to say explosiveness because that's explosiveness. That's a different thing. But it's kind of like how the fibers help you explode. Almost like, what dynamite is? It's like the igniter to dynamite. You know what I'm saying, right, Robbie?
You know what you sound like right now? You sound like the kids from Talladega Nights. I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Jacked up on Mountain Dew.
You have absolutely no idea what he's talking about.
No.
But he said Tua has it, I'm in.
No, he says he's got that and power. He's got the combo.
I don't know what Twitch means either, but I would guess when you think of Twitch, you think of more of a quick release. So Marino probably had both.
Oh, Lyra, sounds like you're starting to play the game.
I think you like it.
I'm not playing.
I think you're in.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing the game.
You know who never had
First of all, I can't play the game with Tobin because Tobin still doesn't know what Twitch means.
No, I know what it means.
No, you don't. You have no idea.
I'll tell you who didn't have
Tua
Twitch.
and Twitch, and you're like, I like it.
I know who didn't have Twitch. Tannehill. Tannehill was all power, no Twitch. All very forced, almost robotic. That's power.
And
not Twitch.
I'm curious to know what Trent Dilfer would think about his throwing ability.
Well, listen, I don't know, but he's put that part of his life aside, and he's now gone on to guru.
My goodness.
And don't mistake Twitch for wiggle. Not the same thing.
Tua don't have wiggle because his hips is still not right.
the same thing. Not the same thing. Does
Dak have wiggle?
Dak has, Dak has some Twitch. We've seen that Twitch with his hips. Yeah, he's got Twitch.
I mean, Sam Darnold has Twitch too, but it's from seeing ghosts.
His eyes have Twitch.
It's a shame. It's a shame that he said that, right? But everybody in football knew what he meant. It didn't mean what everybody came out and said. He's seeing ghosts, right? I mean, basically, it's a quarterback that gets tricked a lot. He thought it was cover 2 and it was cover 3. He thought it was two deep zone and it was one single man deep, like stuff like that. So they move around a lot. That's kind of what seeing ghosts is.
Let's hit the headlines, Robbie. What do we got here, man?
This is WAXYAM South Miami and WSFSFM HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
The other thing is that DJ and Cam have just been running so well. It's hard to take those guys out right now, and those guys have not been overworked either up to this point. And I think Coach Hickson has done a really good job of balancing out the carries and the workload of those two guys thus far. DJ's he's sneaky fast or something, man. I don't know. I tell the staff, I'm like, he doesn't look that fast, but he continually just runs for long runs. You know what I mean? And he's got good wiggle. I think he's got really good vision.
That was Dan Enos way back in the day saying DJ Dallas had good wiggle.
Dan? Just like you said, just like Trent Dilfer said, he's got good twitch, right?
Yeah.
That's like a coach saying about a running back. He's got good vision. Yeah, okay. You know whose vision sucked? Kalen Ballage.
Oof.
He couldn't see social
Not kidding.
distancing.
Not kidding.
I told you, it's not that. It's not that.
By the way, Twitch is what I know of. Twitch is that's the site. That's the site where you go to watch the simulated action. Twitch, and I believe they just partnered with Entercom. If I'm not mistaken.
They did just partner with Entercom. We just partnered with Twitch. We partnered with Tua.
Great. I'm excited.
Well,
So Toby, you know how ESPN's been dropping all these lists, especially come football season, and some of them been hating the Dolphins more than others? Well, they came out with the NFL Future Power Rankings, projections for all 32 teams for the next 3 years.
Ooh.
And there's 5 categories. There's, quarterback. There's the roster with the rest of the roster. There's the draft. There's front office, and there's coaching. And the Dolphins, on the list of 32 teams, they're higher than I thought they would be. They were ranked 20th. Tied for 20th.
I mean, a little disrespectful. I mean, in 3 years, you don't think the Dolphins are going to be winning the Super Bowl? That's silly. We'll see. I mean, listen, the way to play close to the vest, ESPN.
Yeah, Lewis Riddick at Field Yates and a couple others are on this panel that made this list.
I mean, all right, it's enough with this Field Yates. All right, can we all agree? Can we all agree?
He looks like he's 12.
Looks like the guy should be selling me Thin Mints.
Oh, really? Wow.
So here's what it says. Why they're here. This is according to Field Yates. Perspective is important in life and in future power rankings. The Dolphins make a leap from last year because of a clear path to progress, the right coach and general manager duo, a potential franchise quarterback at Tua Tagovailoa, a roster that showed a competitive spirit last year, and an infusion of talent through free agency and the draft. Things are looking up.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. If you're saying in 3 years the Dolphins have moved up, let's say you have them 30th, and you have them moving below league average, that's not great. That's not great at all. So I don't know what he's thinking as far as this is a real move in the right direction. No, I'm saying if the Dolphins are probably a below average team in 3 years, you got questions about a lot of moves that they've made.
Somebody said, rank these in order: Twitch, Wiggle, and Twerk.
Whoa.
Well, if your quarterback is out there dropping it like it's hot, that's never a good sign. So
Was it a quarterback? Are we talking about an IG model, or are we talking about a quarterback?
I know. Because I guess if you're talking about an IG model, Twitch would be when they pop that thing. Boom, 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 boom. Whereas Wiggle, they just shake it. Yeah. No, that would be more of a wiggle.
Yeah, the book said that they didn't twerk. It was just, I guess it just did a lot of twitching and wiggling.
Of course they didn't twerk.
It was close.
No, it wasn't close. It wasn't even close. My God.
Not really their thing.
No.
Not
their thing. Not their thing. They showed you a little butt and you guys hyperventilated. Oh, they twerked. No, they didn't. Stop.
By the way, Toby, number 32 on this list, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, understandable. The worst.
It's weird because
they'll be in London in 3 years anyway.
As bad as you feel about Jacksonville, they've had more success than Cleveland.
Yeah, they've had a lot more success. I saw this the other day where somebody was like, yeah, Jacksonville.
The Dolphins.
The Jacksonville's made the AFC Championship 3 more times in their existence than the Cowboys have.
Well, no, that's not true.
It is.
During the time the Jaguars have been in existence.
Oh, okay. Right. All right. I got you.
It's like the Hornets have
thinking
won more
like-
World Series titles than the Braves. Well, that's actually true.
Yeah, that actually is true because the Braves
Right.
suck.
But yeah, the Jaguars, by the way, they ranked number 31 in overall roster, 32 in quarterback, 31 in coaching. I think I may know who number 32 is. 29 in draft, and 31 in front office.
You think the Jets are 32?
Is it? Are they 32? Because that would make
No
me,
way.
That would make me so happy.
They got talent.
Well, I know the Jets are overall 28th on the list. Yes, the Jets are 32 in coaching.
Yeah! Field Yates is back. Everybody know. Easy to now spot a bum when he's got a cardboard sign. Will work for plays. That's what Adam Gase says on the street corner.
No, he's not.
He doesn't want money. He wants ideas. Bum.
Oh, my goodness.
Got anything else, Robbie?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the Dolphins. The Dolphins were 26th in overall roster, minus the quarterback, 19th in quarterback, 16th in coaching, 10th in draft, and 14th in front office.
I mean, having those coaches already there
Hey,
in this
question.
first year projections, pretty good. I would just say that.
Here. Is it possible? This is a Fugazi list. It is literally impossible to have top 15 front office, top 15 coaching, and your team be 20th. It's not possible.
I agree.
Well, the overall
Not
roster,
possible.
What do they have the overall roster at?
26.
It's not. That means your GM supposed to get fired. If your talent that the GM has collected is only
I do have a
26th,
It's a good segue because I actually did have a question. We had some Dolphins news yesterday regarding their draft class, and I actually do have a question about Chris Grier. So I want to ask you this, Leroy. So we were talking about last hour about the Dolphins and Tua having the twitch and all that, but they did have news yesterday where they signed Noah Igbenogany to his rookie deal. Finally got done. Number 30 pick. They had 3 first-round picks this year. One thing I did find interesting is that we did go into an offseason where they traded all these draft picks. They got all this draft capital. They traded Laramie Tunsil, and they traded Minka Fitzpatrick, who everybody thinks the world of. Everybody was insulted he wasn't, top 10 in Madden, even though his guts category is at 0.
so man has a new.
Yeah, you could make top 10.
Man has a new.
You want to be accurate.
If you have a 0 in any of your categories, that will ruin your average. So you can't be top 10.
Is that a thing in Madden? Guts?
Oh yeah. Guts
No,
rating
it's
is
not.
huge. Oh yeah.
I wonder what your Madden rating how you would rate players. Because I say Twitch, onions,
Yep.
right? Like,
Yep.
we go Twitch, onions,
These are the categories. These are the categories that matter to me. But I was curious, like what Robbie brings up the power rankings and all that, and they had what did they have Chris Grier at? Robbie, they had him at a top 15.
Yeah, as far as draft, they had the Dolphins 10th and front office 14th.
I just think the interesting thing about how the front office went, and I know why they had to do it, but they went and they traded a left tackle and they traded a defensive back. That's exactly the way they went in the first round after Tua. And I just wonder if that's going to come back to bite him in the ass at all, because you do have 2 guys who are, think of, we joke about him all we want with the gas mask and Mika being mama's boy with no guts.
He's the highest paid tackle in the league.
Yeah. So I just feel like that does set up those guys to be in tough spots to succeed because look, those first round picks, I mean, say what you want, but they were hits. So I wonder if that's going to put those guys in a tough spot on how we're grading them, how we grade Chris Grier, or does he have the ultimate trump card of this draft is going to be remembered or forgotten or live and die with what Tua does?
Yes, because keep in mind, that was the whole plan. The fact that you didn't have to trade any draft capital to get Tua means that you're ahead of the game. Because if it were up to you, right, you would have basically traded all of your first-round picks for Tua.
I remember those debates.
Oh, I would.
So if you were willing to do that and you end up with 2 additional players, you got to be ahead of the game. Here's my problem. I always have a problem in sports. When you trade or get rid of a guy and then go draft another guy that you hope turns out to be the guy you got rid of.
Yes.
That's the whole point. The whole point is to get there. Now, what makes it different about football and what makes it unique about football is if you don't have enough players on the same timeline, then eventually that day is going to come anyway. Because you're going to pay 3 guys come up this year. If they pan out, which you want them to, 3 guys come up this year, 2 guys come up that year, and then you by yourself, you guys are never going to be able to play that stretch of 5 or 6 years together. But left tackle, the highest paid left tackle in the league, I would imagine. Now, and the other thing is Tua's left-handed. Not that it matters. Not that it matters, right? Unless teams start swapping, start flipping their rush guys, which, I mean, is possible, but not really. And so
that's oversold, you think, with the whole right tackle, left tackle thing?
Yeah, it's a blown, like, don't worry. I would say your left tackle is usually more agile, right? Your right tackle is usually your right side of the offensive line is usually beefy, right? They're the beefy guys that can move. Your left side of the offensive line is, if you notice, your left guard is usually the guy that pulls. The left tackle is the guy that is nimble on his feet, quick on his feet, because he's got to get back. So it doesn't mean that the other guys can't do it. It's just that we've grown into getting accustomed with saying left tackle protects quarterback's backside.
And in fairness to Chris Grier, too, there's still one more first-round pick to come from that Laramie Tunsil trade. I mean, unless they, make some home run hitting trade.
Why would you? I would love to have 5, 6, 7 young guys that end up playing 6 or 7 years together. If you still have the same coach, the same GM, then you're building something. You're building something with guys like that, right? Especially if they're at key positions.
Let's get the headlines, Robbie. What do you got, man?
This is WAXYAM South Miami and WSFS-FM HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
Which is brought to you by the Orion Fuels and Downstairs Convenience Stores. Truly steps beyond convenient. One other note from that list. By the way, the Ravens are number 1. But here's the note, because you guys are talking about the trade with the Houston Texans with Laramie Tunsil. The Dolphins, we know they're ranked number 20 in the future power rankings on ESPN.com, but they're actually ranked ahead of the Houston Texans, who are 23rd, and they got Deshaun Watson.
Oh, I bet they have Bill O'Brien. They got to have him really below on the coaching tree, right?
He's 20th on coaching, but the 31st in draft and 32 in front office.
Jeez. Was he the front office guy there too? Isn't he technically? Yep. Oh boy,
he's everything.
Yeah, he's a general manager.
That was the year where the only way you could get a coach was to give him all the power.
Oh boy. Well, that's no bueno. When you're 20th in coaching and you're 31st in GM and you have both jobs.
But that's like where the Dolphins are doesn't make sense.
That's weird.
You can't be top 15 and then be what 30th? Because keep in mind, this is 3 years, right?
No, they were 20th. They were 15. I think they were what were they around 15, 14 in GM coaching, and they were 20th overall.
10th in draft, 14th in front office, 16th in coaching. That's where the Dolphins.
But what was and the roster talent outside of quarterback was what?
26.
That was 26. That was really low.
Okay, but it still doesn't make sense.
Well, that's why I'm saying it all comes. That's kind of what I'm getting to with Chris Grier, though. Like it's all going to come down to what his career is going to be defined by that quarterback.
But
it feels like
here's the thing that saves you though. if everybody wanted Tua and you were lucky enough to get him and it doesn't work out, you kind of get a pass because you didn't reach.
They didn't reach. They did not reach.
In fact, the good GM move was to not fall for any of the shenanigans and not trade any picks to
Detroit.
get Tua.
I suppose the only thing that could really burn him is if Justin Herbert becomes a stud and Tua.
Really, no one's going to criticize it for that
success.
because we all wanted Tua. Like, if Justin Herbert,
that's what I'm
we
saying.
all wanted Tua. No. That feeling, that's the best feeling a Dolphin fan had that draft night. I don't know what you could compare it to. It was
you think feeling could be better without playing a game? Get out of here.
Dude, that
No.
night. It's that
If you're
night.
a fan, hold on. If you're a fan, I'm going to tell you right now. If you're a fan and the most excited you've been in a while is over a draft pick, I'm out.
I would say with the Heat, I would say that the LeBron decision slash celebration was, I would say, a top 10 night in Heat history.
Top 10. You said we're two of the best.
Not the best, but it's the best it's felt in a while.
No.
Sure. What compares? I think did we do a poll about this? Like, what felt better, drafting Tua or the Miami Miracle in the moment?
Well, we'll give you the greater feels.
Yeah, what gave you the feels or something like that? And I think Tua won.
The Miami Miracle because it made you win a game.
No, I feel like you argued the other side of this the other time.
You definitely argued the other side because you said the end result didn't matter as much because the Patriots still went on to win the Super Bowl. That was your point.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah. I think you're boxed in.
No. Hold on.
You reversed yourself.
Hold on. There is no way in hell I'm letting you two clowns box me in when you don't even know.
Nah, I'm pretty sure.
Run the tape.
Run the tape. What? Rusty.
Right. Run the tape. If you can't run the tape, I'm not.
I might be able to find that tape. Just give me some time.
Let me see. I can see if I can. I gotta find the. I gotta find the poll, Robbie, so you can find out what date it is. Anyway, so what else we got, Robbie?
Oh yeah, as far as the draft class is concerned, the Dolphins finally signed their last first round pick that wasn't signed, Noah Igbenogany. But
here it is. I have the poll, Robbie. It was on April 28th. Here is the poll. What felt better in the moment, drafting Tua Tagovailoa or the Miami Miracle? And we had 1,200 votes, and 66% of the audience said drafting Tua Tagovailoa.
I think it was Miami Miracle because and
I think I said Miami Miracle too, and Leroy was on the side of drafting Tua because Miami Miracle didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot recall.
Now, look, they're probably the two best feelings they've had over the last 10 years. I mean, like, not a lot of competition. Let's be honest.
Did you guys get Putin?
No. We were just silent, and I had to tell my daughter to close the gate so the dog doesn't attack Senor Gato.
Somebody said that's a bold stance to take, Leroy, when you're coming from Cleveland. I played in Cleveland. I'm not coming from Cleveland. Let me tell you, there is no person on any of these shows that's more familiar with losing growing up than me. I promise you that. I promise you. My team growing up didn't have a winning record my whole childhood. Their first winning record in the franchise was when I went to college. So please, let's not even talk about once I got to Cleveland. Woo. Think I don't know about losing. Yeah. I was a losing aficionado when I was growing up.
Tough.
We learned different ways to lose.
By the way,
The
Cleveland
Dolphins
Browns
never put bags over their heads.
Cleveland
Y'all
Browns
went 1-15. Still no bags.
What were you saying, Robbie?
I said the Cleveland Browns 16th on the list. Yeah, their overall roster minus the quarterback is 7th.
Yeah.
But
I
the
would agree with that.
the quarterback is 22.
Well, I think of that weapons. I think of that weapons list that we did the last week. I think they were second.
But look, they got a running back ran for 1,500.
Yep, they got Odell.
You got
Jarvis
two
Landry.
perennial Pro Bowlers at wide receiver.
Yep.
You got a tight end who can run if he plays.
You got another tight end. They just paid Austin Hooper more than anybody in the league.
Right.
Myles
Let's
Garrett.
not talk about defense. You got a top 5 defense in the league with just an animal as a rush-in.
And you got a quarterback that got chased down by a fat cop.
Yeah, man. I remember saying that. I'm not drafting the guy that can't outrun a fat cop with dress shoes on. He didn't even have the stretchy pants on. He had the full slacks, officer slacks. He didn't have the spandex slacks.
What else you got, Robbie?
By the way, Robert Hunt is the last unsigned draft pick by the Dolphins, a second rounder, which I find odd.